going, so we need to add some new parts and we'll be better, or we need something about adding new parts. Can you expand on what you meant by that?
I don't particularly remember what I said in that part, but
I have it written down on my phone.
Yeah. I don't I think what we're doing now, it's not like we can add something right now that changes what we do, but we have to constantly keep getting better, right? There's things that we've done in practice that have really changed to more fundamental stuff, right? Okay, I'm either not making the pass because I'm not willing to, or I'm not able to. So I can correct the not willing to, and we're helping correct the not able to, right? So we're doing a lot more fundamental stuff just to so we can make those plays. So I can do it against a live defense and start to continue to do that. And then obviously, as your team grows and evolves from year to year, you add different pieces that can, right? That can do those things. I go back to the 2 years at Penn State, we were just okay offensively in year one. We were 13th in the country last year, right? All it was a couple pieces changed of adding guys that could make the pass, that started the offense, that started that ball movement, right? It's really, if you can make a pass when two people are on you, whether that's a pick and roll, whether that's a drive in the seam, whatever, that generates everything. And that's where we have to improve as a group, and that's where we have to continue to add as a group in the future years.
Are they still maybe overthinking things instead of just going out there and just letting it flow? When they get the ball, you all automatically know where it's got to move. Are they still kind of overthinking? What are we doing? How do we do this? How are we going to get a good possession? How do we get a good shot?
There's still some of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still the calendar's moving and it's February, but it is still new, right? There's not a lot of teams that play read and react basketball in college. There's a reason for that, right? One, you don't know if you're even going to have your same team. Right? It takes time to learn it, to grow, to be really good at it, right? And that's where you see steps. For us, you should see a vast difference from year one to year two, right? Because guys are so much more comfortable. I think guys are starting to get more comfortable now, but it's still new because every game's different, right? And the adjustment here in the ACC, you're playing 2 days game, and those are usually day before a game or day after a game. So it's not like you get a lot of time to really dig into what you need to do and what you need to work on, and that's, sometimes it might hurt your growth in that area. So we have to get better right now. Instead of constantly doing it, next year we can watch it and be better. Right? I can learn by film without having to do it full speed. Right now, we got to do it full speed. We got to do it full speed or we're not getting anything out of it. So that's the difference between a group that has really been entrenched in what we're doing and a group that's still learning what we're doing.
Mike, I think 32 combined the other night from Marcus and Braden, not only physically, but what does that perhaps say about their mental toughness and aptitude that they're performing like that on the road in the ACC and they're getting more and more consistent?
Yeah, different guys show you different things as the season goes on, right? You guys asked me when I got here about Duke. Some people experience Duke for the first time, right? Or every time they go, right? It's like a destination for people, fans. Man, I got to get to Duke, and I got to this. Those two dudes walked in there like they've been there before. They didn't care where they were, like it was Mishawaka High School or Cumberland Valley High School, man. That's how those two dudes walked in. They're just basketball players that don't care about the environment, don't care about the opponent. They're just going to go out there and do what they do.
I know you're hyper-focused in the moment, but when guys respond to situations like that, what does that maybe do for your confidence and what you see for their ceiling moving forward?
Yeah, it's different guys show you different things in different games, and it just constantly builds your belief in you can roll with these dudes anywhere, right? There's guys that's man, I can roll with them anywhere. Doesn't matter the environment, right? Kerry Booth has been up and down in different times, but he didn't walk in there like he was nervous, right? Like, that just shows you something. There's 3 freshmen that just rolled into Duke like they were going and playing another high school game, and it just shows you like who they are, where their confidence is, and guys that like I got 3 dudes right there that I can trust, right? Not saying like I don't have others, right? But just using those 3 as an example.